Okay, I'm going to give you another solo piano piece now. This is part of a project that I'm doing with Electric Fencer. It's a comic project called Amoore, and it's going to be like a sort of musical collaboration with the comic. And what I'm going to play here is the main theme from it, which has several themes integrated. So if you've not heard of it before, be sure to check out Amoore on Fur Affinity or on Alexa's account or my account, because it's going to be really cool. Okay, this is how the Amoore theme goes.
May I borrow your guitar? You made that. That doesn't work. Is this down? Yep. This. think Kiki deserves a hand. She's been working really hard at this. I was distracted. There it is. So this song has a little story. I had told Mr. Beagle this one before all of you showed up. The first furry convention I ever went to, I didn't know a thing about furries. And I had a terrible cold, which I almost always get for some reason right before conventions. I don't know what it is. It's probably the stress of getting ready for it. And I had this cold. I had a fever of 101. I had 2 concerts, one on Saturday night and one on Sunday. When I did my Saturday night concert and my liaison, I finished at 11 o'clock. And he said, I've got some other stuff to do. Do you mind my not escorting you back up to your hotel room? Can you make it on your own? And I'll see you in the morning. And I said, sure, Trendan, no problem. I can handle this by myself. This is 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night at a furry con. I have 101 fever. I got halfway down the hall and I had this conversation with a fox. Then I got kissed by a raccoon. And then when I was in the elevator, I was extolling the glories of sushi with the octopus. By the time I got up to my room, there was one of those devilish little things, you've perhaps seen them. They're little pads of blank paper and a pen sitting right next to them at the bedside table. Yes, I didn't get any sleep. I started scribbling. And the next thing I knew, I had a song. So, it was a pretty good song. It was about 4 o'clock. I went to sleep. I got up the next morning. Trendan came out. He found me. He says, how are you doing? And I said, I'm doing all right. He said, did you get any sleep? I said, no. He said, oh, I'm sorry. What happened? I said, well, I said, the good news is, I said, I wrote a song. He goes, oh, yeah, that's great. And I said, I'm going to do it at my show tonight. He goes, oh, that's really cool. I said, it's about furries. And he goes, maybe not. I'm like, what? And he goes, well, okay. He says, people, they come to furry conventions, they get all excited, they think they understand what it's all about, but there's a lot to it, and sometimes people miss the points, or they say things they shouldn't about furries. And I'm like, Trendan, I'm a professional. I think I know what I'm doing by now. And he's like, yeah, your show, you can do what you like. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do what I like. So Sunday night comes, and my show is happening, and I'm almost done with the show. I'm like, hey, everybody, I've had a great time. Thank you very much. It's my first furry convention. They're like, yay! And I said, I'm so inspired. I said, I've got a new song for you. They're like, yay! I said, I'm going to sing it tonight. And they're like, yay! And I said, it's all about furries. Crickets. I'm like, come on, guys. So I launched into the song anyway. And by the time I was done, they were yelling, they were on their feet, they were screaming, they were threatening me. That if I didn't have it on the next album, I was toast. So this is the furry song for all of you, from me, for my first furry convention and all my furry conventions after that.